Hello, this is OverlordBou, and we're back with George, and today we'll be going over the new Black Friday event ships from the current event and from the preview events as well. Now, this is actually the first time ever during a Black Friday sale event where they've allowed players to outright buy the previous year's ships. And you'll be able to buy ships like the Massachusetts B, Alaska B, Bart B, and so on. And we'll go over those later with George. So now I'm going to be going over this year's current events. Current ships, I mean. I apologize. So the first one is going to be the Dunkerque. So the Dunkerque you can only get from a bundle. It does cost a total of 5,200. And so the Dunkerque is a tier 6 French battleship. It has a unique all-forward turret layout. It has high velocity, high pen, but smaller caliber AP rounds. It does have fast firing guns, but relatively poor accuracy. It's also poor armored, very poor AA, but it is the fastest tier 6 BB. It also has a high surface detection. Now this ship is relatively easy to play, but average to master. It's an overall a mediocre average tier 6 BB, recommended for training French captains or for a mid-tier Richelieu or kind of a similar Bart playstyle. Now, even if you may not want the ship, the bundle itself I would feel is kind of worth it. You do get a lot of containers in here. You also get credits, a lot of camos as well. And also you get the Black Friday ship premium containers as well throughout this in premium time as well. So for 5,200 balloons, I do kind of feel like it's worth it, but at the same time, it's up to your personal preference. Now, the next we'll be looking at is going to be the Saipan B. Now, the Saipan B is a tier 8 American CV. It costs 7,850 doubloons or $31.31 in the premium shop. It uses tier 10 planes, but has fewer planes per squad. Has excellent torpedoes, rockets, and drop bombers. About the same effectiveness as a Lexington. Now, it does suffer poorly from poorly protected hull. It does have a very similar playstyle to other US CVs. It is hard to play and master compared to other CVs. Overall, it is a mediocre tier 8 CV, generally not recommended unless the player is a fan of the US CVs. Now, for the next ship we're looking at is going to be the Loyang. The Loyang is a tier 8 Pan-Asian DD, which costs 5,750 doubloons or $22.94. It carries 5.5 kilometer hydro, best hydro of any DD in her tier. Also uses US long duration smoke. Does have weaker firepower with one less gun than a Benson. Very poor AA defense. Excellent maneuverability. Very good surface detection at 5.8 kilometers. It is an easy, average difficulty, hard to master DD. It's overall, though, a good tier 8 DD. She's a powerful support / cap control DD due to her smoke and hydro combination. A worthy buy for DD players or those who want a captain retrainer for the upcoming Pan-Asian ships. Next ship we'll be looking at is going to be the Pommern. Now, the Pommern is the tier 9 German BB. It costs 16,350 doubloons or costs $65.30. It is similar to the FDG, but carrying 12 380mm guns instead. Still has poor firing angles, I'm afraid. Also has torpedoes for point-blank combat. It also has the German BB 6 kilometer hydro, which makes the second dish pretty nice as well. It is hard to citadel due to its turtle back, but takes significant penetration damage. It is easy to play and somewhat hard to master due to the fact that you have to be able to get within your secondary range for it to be effective. But overall, it's a decent tier 9 BB. It does well at close range, but like her other tech tree cousins, it kind of suffers at long range. It is fairly forgiving, but hard to play because she struggles to get close without dying. Now for the final ship for the new Black Friday event is going to be the tier 10 Yoshino B. It is the tier 10 IGN Super Cruiser. It costs $118.70 or 29,650 doubloons. Now, this ship has a good HP pool, but still fragile due to her vulnerable citadel and full duration fires. It is more accurate than most other super cruisers, has powerful AP rounds, but its HE is a little bit lacking. It also has very good A defense compared to IGN ships. The ship does suffer though from poor maneuverability, but does have very good concealment, better than most heavy cruisers. This ship does start with one extra heal, so overall I would say this ship is somewhat hard to play but easy to master, mediocre in CBs and ranked. It's an average tier 10 kiting cruiser. While there isn't anything wrong with her as a ship, it's not really recommended due to how much it costs, when you can just get this ship for coal instead. Now, since we just talked about the New Year's ships, we are now going to talk about the containers. Now, the premium containers, they are actually kind enough to actually show us the numbers. So here it shows for the premium Black Friday ship container, it gives you a 12% chance for the ship, 5% for doubloons, 17% for 100k commander, 17% for 35k free XP, 10% for 14 days, 10 for some, and 10%, 12% for camos, and 27% for 21 lurker camos. So these are the ratio here. I wouldn't really recommend you waste your money on these containers with it being such a low percentage. Not really something I'd recommend. Now, it does show right here the regular containers. It's regular containers. You only have a 0.32% chance to get a ship. Yikes. So definitely not wanting to waste your money on these if you're trying to get a ship for sure. All right. So the final thing I'm going to look at before I send out to George is the bundles. Now, there are 2 bundles this year. One for $317 and one with $250. Now, I would recommend more of the Black Harbor bundle if you are going to, because of the fact it has the John Bart, the Massachusetts, and the Asashio in this bundle, along with the Kaga. You can no longer get the John Bart and the Massachusetts, so I would highly recommend getting this bundle if you're going to do it, but George is going to talk about these particular ships. So I'm going to pass it off to him. So George, what previous year ships would you be recommending?
Well, as you mentioned, with this being the first year in which players can purchase ships from the previous Black Friday events, there are 3 ships available in the armory that really stand out. And if we're being honest, these are the ships that most people are really going to want the opportunity to grab up, and as we'll see, are for a very good price. The first of these 3 ships is the American Tier 9 supercruiser, the Alaska, which will be available for 16,350 doubloons, which converts to 65 US dollars, opposed to the $77 standard price tag on Tier 9 premiums, which is within itself a really nice discount. And the Alaska packs 9 12-inch 305mm main guns, which it's also known for its extensive utility, packing radar and hydro. It has improved pin angles on its AP shells, allowing it to be one of the most effective cruiser killers at its tier. And it packs really decent survivability for a cruiser and a nice set of hit points too. And you know, Alaska being known for its reputation, it's a hard ship to pass up on, especially when it's for the price that it is. The next ship in the list, which people are also going to really want to pick up on, is the Tier 9 French battleship, the Jean Bart, which is going to be available for 16,550 doubloons, which converts to 66 US dollars, which is yet again a discount on the standard price. And Jean Bart plays very similarly to the Richelieu at the previous tier at Tier 8. And it also has a better reload on its main battery guns base and is able to use the main battery reload booster, which it is known for, giving it the best rate of fire when it's active of all Tier 9 battleships and allowing players to really take advantage of punishing broadsides in situations in which they come up in. And the final of the big 3 premium ships from previous years that you can get is, of course, the Massachusetts. The Massachusetts is a Tier 8 U.S. Navy premium battleship for 9,050 doubloons, which comes out to $36, which on itself is yet again a discount for the Tier 8 premiums. And Massachusetts packs the standard 9 16-inch 50 caliber guns with the exceptional shell properties that are known to U.S. Navy battleships, albeit with worse dispersion properties. It also packs a super fast recharging heal, which is very nice and very useful for brawling situations, especially when combined with its nice slab of hit points at 66,000 and its really good torpedo protection combined with the really nice accuracy on the secondaries. It's a very hard ship to pass up on. Those three ships combined are the biggest ones of all of the previous year's event ships, and really, if you are looking to spend money on them, those are the only ones you should really buy, because in most other aspects, the ships are either, all the other ships are either available currently or are kind of worthy of overlooking. But a final ship, though I wouldn't recommend it as highly as the previous three, if you are looking to have fun, a ship that is no longer available is the Tier 8 Japanese premium destroyer, the Asashio, which is available for 6,650 doubloons, or 2660 US dollars. And it is a deep water torpedo boat, which is only capable of hitting battleships and aircraft carriers, which heavily limits its utility in a battle sense, and it does really limit what you can do. But in trade-off for those, you get effectively the best weapons to eliminate battleships and aircraft carriers on the battlefield with 20-kilometer range and very, very hard-hitting fast torpedoes. Asashio really is a lot of fun to play, and it's a meme within itself, and then at the price that it's being sold for, that's $26 worth of doubloons, it really is hard to pass up on something, especially considering it's no longer available. So, Bo, do you have any final comments or recommendations for these ships?
Now, funny you mentioned that. Now, the final ship that you can no longer get that I would recommend as a fun ship would be the Saipan B, which would be costing you 9,750 doubloons. This ship is technically the most accurate secondary ship right behind the Pepsi Cola in the game. So if you want a really memey CV where you can have a div of a smoke ship like a Haida or something that moves it, like pretty much pushes with you and smokes you up as you go and push in with the secondaries, it is a lot of fun to meme with. I remember back in convoys where we would have smoke ships would smoke up the CV that I was in and literally just secondary to death everybody. It was a lot of fun for that. But nope, that is it for the day. Thank y'all for watching. You guys have any questions or concerns, definitely leave them down in the comments down below. And this is OverlordBou, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, big stretch, dude. Oh, big stretch, yeah.